A very special In the Sulky coming up. Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment. Thrilled to have with us. Welcome back, driver Andy Miller. The Orange Crush, not in your orange colors tonight, but of course there's a reason for that. Part of the very successful Orange Crush combo, of course, along with your wife, Julie. Andy, you were involved in a spill April the 15th. Tell us about that and what happened and where are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, but it was unfortunate. There's a horse went down in front of me, and I hooked his wheel and got catapulted out, and I landed right on my butt, and I ended up breaking my L1 vertebrae, and it was a compression burst, which the vertebrae burst into pieces, and I was in a lot of pain for a while, but it's getting better, and they put a rod and some screws in, and fused it all together. And, you know, each day gets a little better. I'm getting up and getting around pretty good. I get to go to the barn and watch the trainers every day. So, you know, they just want me to do quite a bit of walking and just get out and about a little bit. So it's getting better.
And you're wearing what? That looks like a bulletproof vest, right? Is that what that is?
My turtle suit on.
Your turtle suit. That's
yeah.
Your brace, of course.
Yeah, it's a brace to keep me upright and keep me straight so I don't get to slouching and stuff. So.
Is this your first trip back to the Meadowlands after the accident?
Yeah, this is my first time to the Meadowlands.
It's kind of strange being back at the track here tonight?
It's strange being here and not being over on the other side in my colors and getting ready to race.
Well, thankfully you're on your road to recovery. When is your next checkup and what's the prognosis?
I go back May 28th, and they do re-X-ray it all, and then they'll tell me what I can do and what I can't do, and how well it's healing, and you know, how much time I got.
No therapy, no exercising right now, just walking, right?
Just walking, no therapy, and as long as I feel good, they said walk all I want.
And barking out orders at the barn.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah,
and buying flowers for Mother's Day. Don't forget that tomorrow.
Barked at mostly, you know. Get out of the way.
Absolutely. Give us a synopsis of your stable at Gateway Farm. What have you guys got there now? Any potential stake stars? I know you've got Perfect Alliance, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. Yeah.
No, we've got some nice horses. We're up to about 50 horses, which is more than we normally have. And you know, designed to be and take the money. A couple 3-year-old fillies, CBS. They are our Hamiltonian Oaks hopefuls, and you know, we really don't have a Hamiltonian hopeful right now. Hopefully we can pick up something along the way, but the fillies, I think we've got some pretty nice fillies, and then our 2-year-olds are coming along really good. You know, so hopefully they keep progressing the way they are.
I'm going to list a couple of horses here. Temple of Doom, Coraggioso, Drift Away, Investor Volo, Bambino Glide. You guys have a knack for trotters, with trotters. What is it about that and turning those trotters around? And is that, it's just like a specialty with you guys?
It's something that I've kind of, you know, we've kind of pointed towards that and geared ourselves towards the trotters a lot. And it's kind of a challenge for us. So we work together, and you know, it's worked out good. We've picked up some nice trotters along the way, and they've turned around and done real nice for us and raced good, you know. But we've also had some that didn't do so good, but that always happens. But you really notice the ones that come around and do good.
You must have a good blacksmith, right?
He does pretty good.
Yeah, all right, okay, good stuff. Well, allow us to go back to one of the high points in your career. Always like to look back at this race, the summer of 2009, Lucky Jim. You know, I traveled overseas with you to Sweden with you and your wife Julie when you raced him in the Elite Lop. That didn't work out, but here's the world record, 150-1 on Hamiltonian Day in the Nat Ray.
Yeah, he was just a special horse. He's always got a special place in my heart, because his whole 4-year-old year there, it didn't matter what I did, he got me to the winner's circle, and that's just the type of horse that he was.
Was that the high point of his career right there? Was that the best day?
His 4-year-old year was probably his high point, and you know, when he was good, he was very good.
But the next year you decided to take him to the Elite Lop,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
I wish we'd have taken him as a 4-year-old, but we took him as a 5-year-old, and it was a great trip. We had a lot of fun, but everybody knew he struggled a little bit in the turns, and he got caught wide in the turns, and it just cost him.
Well, one of the compliments your wife has paid you publicly and to everybody is the fact that you're a good catch driver. And, you know, you drive other people's horses, a lot of other people's horses, and, of course, you had a chance to drive back in 2012 golden receiver. The golden one won back-to-back stakes right here at the Meadowlands, a real live mount. And right here, he won the U.S. Pacing Championship. This is the William Houghton Memorial in 150 on Hambletonian Day. Actually, it's that's right here. Do you recall that?
He was a super horse. I got the pleasure of driving him for a little while there, and I won the Houghton and the U.S. Pacing Championship with him. And he's just a great speed horse, and I had a lot of fun driving him.
All right, well, let's fast forward, shall we? And it's 2014, and you've got a perfect season going with the Boss's Hoss, Perfect Alliance, 9 for 9. Swept the Charlie Singer here, also won the Y Series at Pocono, qualified this morning, and swept the Charlie Singer Series with a stakes record there, 152-2.
Yeah, she's just been a super mare all along. We got her last fall, and she's trained down really good, and fortunately, we got to race her in the right company for the first, couple months of the year. And she's going to have to step up to some of the better mares now, but I think she's ready for it.
What was the turning point for her? Maturity?
I think
just turning the corner?
Maturity, and, she did everything right. I think the time off over the winter and coming back, I think she matured a lot, and just things worked out good for her.
And she's headed to the Miss Versatility, right?
The Miss Versatility a week from Monday, and then the Armbro flight after that.
All right, Savruga, $150,000 mixed sale purchase, January 2012. He had surgery for a bone chip in his ankle, right? Last year?
Last fall. We took him to Lexington, and he wasn't right there. And then we raced him in the Breeders' Crown, and he drew the 9-hole and wasn't right there. But, he come back good this year so far, and we're hoping for another good year for him.
Wow, look at that, a 4-horse photo. That was pretty
tight.
tight
Photo.
That was last year's Cutler.
Fortunately, the right nose was in front.
Is he kind of a one-dimensional horse front end? Is that his best game, or it doesn't matter? No?
His best game is big fractions. He's very long-winded horse and goes a long ways. He's not a real strong sprinter, but he can outlast a lot of horses.
Well, the reason I asked that, of course, is we're going to look at the Cashman here from last year. Wire-to-wire upset in the Cashman in 150 and 3/5. And was he at the top of his game right here?
He was. That was when he was on the very top of his game there. When he got coming around the last turn and they pulled on him, he just put his ears up and took off.
All right, well, Savruga has drawn the rail. He's had 3 starts under his belt, so he has a little bit of a fitness edge on some of his rivals tonight. Faces Market Share. How do you assess his chances tonight?
I think he's got a good shot. I know Market Share's a very, very fast horse and has got a lot of sprint in him. But Savruga goes a long ways, and I think we got a big shot.
Now, wait a minute. I see Ron Pierce driving this horse. Whose decision was that?
Well, I guess the owner decided to do that. I wish I was out there driving him. I really miss it.
Right. Well, Andy, it's great to see you back here and on the road to recovery. What are we looking at? Maybe 4 or 5 months, 6 months,
probably around
maybe?
4 months. They're saying 5 months. I hope 4 months.
Well, it's because you're in shape. You were in shape going in, so that helped, right?
I was in pretty good shape, so I think it'll be sooner than they're telling me.
Right. Well, we missed the Orange Crush on the track and around the barns and all that. And thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it. Best of luck in your recovery and with the racing stable as well. Say hi to Julie.
I will.
Say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Julie.
All right. Andy Miller, the Orange Crush in the Sulky. Up next, Hall of Famer Bob Hollywood Hayden.